Peace and love, beautiful people. It is a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. And a beautiful day begins with a beautiful, beautiful mindset. Come on in, y'all. It's a beautiful day. And I'm not just saying that because the sun is shining where I am. And I'm also not just saying that because it's a Sunday and Sundays are my favorite day of the week. I'm saying that because it's easy to see beauty in all things when you're looking through the lens of love. How we see things reveals the person who sees. So we don't see things as they are, we see things as we are. And that's just a reminder to you that perspective is everything. Our life is based in and on our perspective. How we choose to show up is, going to be reflected in everything else. It's all about choices. So I just wanted to take a moment to hop on here. I know I haven't been live in like 2 days. So I'm like, all right, let me make sure I come on here today, say hello to my people, share some love with the Live So Graceful tribe, the Live So Graceful gang. So wherever you are, whatever day it is, whatever time it is, I just want to welcome you and thank you for sharing your most valuable asset, which is your energy with me. Y'all, I switched it up. I put some hair on today. That's what I've been working on for the past 30 minutes or so. And I was like, let me get on here and go live before the sun goes down because I'd rather record while the sun is up. Peace and love. Hello, Al. Thank you so much. Welcome. Come on in. How are you? What's new? What's going on? How you feeling? Oh my goodness, y'all. Today makes 1 week since we've been in 2024. This time last week was December 31st, and we were still in 2023. Fast forward to a week later, and we are 1 week into 2024. I want to encourage you to reflect over this past week. What has it brought you? What have you learned? Um, is there anything that you've intentionally let go of? Is there anything that you've intentionally picked up? How do you want to move into 2024, week number 2? Sundays are a beautiful day for reflection. I love Sundays because Sundays are like it's the end of the weekend, it's the start of a new week. It's an opportunity to just get clear, to slow down, to tune in, to be aware, to be present. I love Sundays. I feel like Sundays are for self care. Sunday fun day, self care Sunday. Sundays when you get to tend to the house and the home things and also tend to yourself. The sun is leaving, y'all. So that means I'm going to be leaving soon too because I'd rather be here where the sun is. It's going to get dark quick. It's only 4:30 and the sun is already getting like going down. It's already about to get dark. That's crazy. Because when I was in Florida, it stays light until like 7 p.m., if not later. You love Sundays too? Yeah, love a Sunday. Who doesn't love a Sunday? Especially when the sun is shining on a Sunday. Come on now. I can try to stay in the sun for as long as I can. But really, I'm going to keep this short, sweet, and to the point. I just wanted to come on, say hello, share some of my love, my light, and my grace with you, and wish you a lovely, wonderful, beautiful day. Hi, hola, Hector. Welcome. Come on in. Y'all, it's been a while. I haven't worn this hair since I was in Miami in November. So it was December. I guess it's like been a month and a half. I've been doing my natural hair, and then at the beginning, no, middle of December, I got a perm for the first time in 15 years. Y'all know I've been rocking the finger waves. Today I was like, let me just switch it up because it's nice to be able to switch it up, Black girl magic. You kick back on Sundays, prepare for the work week ahead. Right, right. Thank you for sharing that, Anton or Antone. Mm. It might be Anthony. Who knows? Especially if it's got the black girl magic. We'd like to put the little razzle dazzle on all the names, don't we? Hi, Mike. I am wonderful. I'm grateful. Thank you for asking. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Yeah. Uh huh. You just turned 34 years, not 34 years old. 34 years young. That's a beautiful thing. Happy belated birthday. Welcome to your new year. That's interesting. So your new year and the calendar new year are aligned. That's an amazing thing. My birthday is middle of March, March 20th, first day of spring to be exact, which is the true new year. So I feel like I'm still in my 2023. I haven't hit 2024 yet until my birthday of this year. You're welcome. Every day is a day worth celebrating, but especially the day that you entered into this world. That's a beautiful thing and that's a blessing. Oh, the sun's over here now. That's crazy. How is it just over here now it's over here? So we're gonna turn and we're gonna follow the sun. We're gonna follow the sun. We're gonna follow, yeah, right there. Right. Because who doesn't love sun-kissed melanin, right? Right. Do you know anything about dangling your heels? I don't know. What does that mean? Part of me feels like I probably shouldn't have read that comment out loud in case it has like a double entendre or an underlying message or meaning. By the way, glad you can join my live chat. Me too. I'm glad you could join as well. Hi, Wendell. Welcome. Come on in. To answer your question, Mike, no, I don't think I know anything about that. I hope y'all have been enjoying your Sunday. I hope that you've been moving at a pace of peace. I hope that your wind down from the previous week has been fruitful and peaceful and easeful for you. Hi, welcome, Muhammad. Thanks for joining. Oh, you cross your legs and you pop your heels off slowly, and that's how you dangle your heels. Oh, I know what you're talking about, like on the tip of your foot, where like the heel is kind of just hanging there. I get okay, yes. Yes, I'm familiar with that. Are you a foot person? Y'all, I love feet people. I am not a foot person, but I love feet people. I love the people who are feet people who admire and worship and, love on the feet. Cause y'all, these pretty little feet of mine. Can you see them? Look at those toes. I love feet people. I love the people who, yeah, I already said that, but I do. I remember the first time I realized that I liked my feet being loved and adorned and worshiped. And anyway, y'all, that's a topic for another video. Oh my goodness. Peace and love. Hi there. Welcome. Come on in. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I don't not today. Maybe I'll consider that in the future, Mike, okay? I'll be sure the next time that I go live and I'm wearing heels, whether I'm out and about or I'm about to go out, that I will do some heel play, okay? You have my word. Mhm. I don't know if you guys have checked out my latest videos, but I invite you to go through once this live ends. Go through and see. I've uploaded some new shorts. One, I was doing a yoga flow yesterday, which I want to share more videos of me in my daily life. Like, I love to practice yoga. I enjoy skating. I love practicing pole. I'm a certified pole instructor. I've been practicing pole since 2020. I'm a certified yoga instructor. I've been teaching yoga since 2015 and practicing since 2014. I actually had a yoga and wellness center here in Mississippi before I closed it and got ready to move to Florida. Hello, thank you. Hi, Sergio. Hi, is it Ibuka? Ibuka? I feel like I'm butchering that, and I do apologize, but you can teach me how to say it. Yeah. What else was I saying? Go check out my videos, my shorts, my lives, and my first upload of 2024, which is called make this new year a you year, 2024, the year of you. I invite you to go check that out. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. Um, but yeah, I really just wanted to make sure I came on here because I didn't come on here yesterday or the day before. And I don't ever want to get too busy that I don't make time for my people because I really do appreciate y'all. I really do. I really, really do. Hmm. Hmm. Thank you. I love Brandy. Mike said that I remind him of a young Brandy Norwood with the curly hair. I'm trying to decide, like, I really want to start exploring with more hairs, y'all, like hairstyles this year, like different colors, different lengths, different styles, and just like every time y'all see me, my hair is going to be different. So I'm just forewarning you. If you only like Live So Graceful looking a certain way, you might as well log off and unsubscribe now because I'm about to switch it up, shake it up, spice it up, flavor it up. Yes. I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to switch it up, change, evolve. So many people are like trying so hard to maintain being the same version of themselves. Well, we don't realize we evolve every day. Every day is a new day, every day is a new opportunity. And I think as women, we get to be more, what's the word I want to use? Women get to have more fun with their appearance, unfortunately, because we get to do different hairstyles and all of that. We get to wear dresses and skirts and shorts and pants and guys, you guys just typically wear pants or shorts, button down, collar shirt or not, long sleeve, short sleeve. But girls, we get to switch it up the colors, the styles, and all of that. You know what? Actually, you and these heels. Mike said, Liv, did you get the opportunity to wear your glass slippers at your senior prom when you were in your senior year in high school? Now, honestly, I didn't go to prom. I didn't go to prom when I was in high school, y'all. I didn't, no one asked me, and I just, how can I put this? I have and kind of still somewhat deal with like social anxiety, being in large crowds in big spaces or small spaces, just a lot of people with uncertainty of what, when, where, how. It just doesn't allow me to feel like calm and regulated in my nervous system. So I like being in small, intimate spaces with a few people. I like being by myself. And if I am in a space with like a large amount of people, I like to be there with like one or few other people so that I can still feel like I don't incubated in a sense, insulated. I know that sounds interesting, but it's the truth. Um, yeah. 444 on the clock. It's 444. Blessings coming through the door. Thank you. Hola, Juan. Muchas gracias. Yeah. But thank you for asking. I never went to prom though. I didn't get to be the princess. I didn't go to any proms while I was in high school. I didn't go to any like homecoming or ball or dance and stuff like that. It is what it is. Aw, that's cute. You wanna throw me an adult prom just for me? Just for me. How would I describe my romance life? You mean like in an ideal way, like in a book sense, or like right now, presently? Hey, mom. My mom's creeping by because she can hear that I'm on live, or she doesn't know if I'm live or recording. I'm live just for a little while longer. She's so cute. She'll be like, "Oh," because sometimes she'll just start talking to me, and I'm like, "I'm recording." She's like, "Oh, sorry." I'm so used to living and being by myself that whenever I want to go live or whatever I want to do, I do that. But since I've been visiting with my mom, just creating space for multiple people to live in one space at the same time. Hello. Hi, Curio. Hello there. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody else? Come on in, y'all. Welcome. Come on, give me some questions. I feel like answering some questions. I'll play. I'll play with y'all for a little while. It's not like I was doing too much of anything else. I will do my best to remember that. Yes. Okay. Yes. Who else asked? Oh, we asked about my romance life. You didn't tell me if you wanted me to tell you like what my ideal romance life is or what my present romance life is. Or if you want to ask a more specific question, that would be great. I like specificity. I like specifics. I like because if you ask me a general question, I'm going to give you a general answer. If you ask me a specific question, it helps me to give a more specific answer. And I am a woman that thrives in clarity. If I don't have to guess what you're saying, if I don't have to fill in the blanks or assume or put the pieces together, that helps me to show up even more in alignment with my authentic self. So I like clarity. Talk to me, baby. Tell me what you're saying. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you want. Tell me what time we're going to be there. Tell me what the plan is. Like, I like clarity. I like having a clear understanding of what, of how, of when, of where. But not everybody's on that. Y'all will be surprised how many people thrive in assumption, how many people thrive in, I don't know, like not really expressing what they mean or how they feel or what they want. They kind of want you to fill in the blanks or they're like, yeah, well, kind of, sort of, you know what I mean. What if I don't know what you mean? What's my type of guy? My type of guy, my type of man, mature, emotionally mature, um, consistent, intentional, provider, protector, supportive, um, emotionally aware, and emotionally equipped to deal with me and all that I come with, my emotions. You know, women, we're all emotional beings, men and women. We just express them differently. So, someone that has the capacity to create space for me and my feelings, because if I have a big heart, which I do, I have big feelings. And you can't want to receive this big heart energy without creating space for the big feelings that come with this big heart. So those are a few qualities of my type of guy. So those are the inner qualities. And I feel like that's more important than the other things. Now, if it was like a wish list, a man that's taller than me, I appreciate that because I like to look up and you're talking to me and I'm talking to you, or yeah, a little taller than me. Um, Health oriented, goal oriented, self motivated, disciplined. Like, yeah, because if you don't have discipline, you can't do nothing for me, baby, at all. JRX Mafia says, so check this out, right? It is to my belief right now that the dating market is kind of trash. What do I think about that? What do you think about? So I think, now listen to me because I did open up this video saying this very thing. We don't see things as they are, we see things as we are. So if you look out and you see beauty in all things, perhaps you're looking through the lens of love, positivity, of beauty. If you're looking out and you seeing negative things, perhaps you're looking through the lens of negativity. Now, I'm just going to say this. We don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. And so if you're looking out and you're seeing things in a certain type of way, just imagine the energy that you're putting out if that's what you are receiving. If the energy that you're putting out is not on the vibration of the energy that you would want to be on the receiving end of, I encourage you to do some self reflection and to do some self work to shift your perspective. Because once your perspective shifts, so does everything else. Your mentality becomes your reality. I don't think that the dating market is trash. I believe that a lot of people are not willing to be intentional about who they entertain. A lot of people are not as intentional about dating and what that means to them. A lot of people would rather settle for something than to have nothing. And when you're trying to connect and collaborate with those minded people, then yeah, the dating market becomes trash. But when you hold your standards of, I'm not going to settle for something if it's not in alignment with what I desire. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Do you meet my requirements? It doesn't matter how tall you are. Do you meet my requirements? It doesn't matter what it looks like on paper. Do you meet my requirements? How aware are you of yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are some things that you've grown from, that you've healed from? How are some ways that you have evolved? What are some goals that you've set for yourself and reached? What are some goals for yourself that you set and you've yet to reach? I think if we become a lot more interested in people's mindsets than what they look like, the dating market would have no choice but to balance out. But because a lot of people are going off of what they see in a world where you got Instagram baddies everywhere, where you got the BBLs everywhere, where you got the assets physically, and it looks good, does that mean that it is? Baby, you better test drive that thing. You better ask the right questions. That's all I'm saying. Dating shouldn't be a destination. It should be a journey, right? Because what is your intention in dating? Is your intention in dating, I want to date with the intention to marry? I want to date with the intention of having a good time. I want to date with the intention of a short term investment. I want to date with the intention of a long term investment. Getting clear about your why. Why do you want to date? Do you want to date because you want a companion? Do you want to date because you want somebody to share your life with? Do you want to date because you feel like you're unfulfilled and having somebody else would then bring you fulfillment? Because your why is going to reveal to you a lot about your experiences. You know what I mean? But I didn't really mean to go that deep, but you did ask me, so I just wanted to share intentionally my thoughts. And that's how I feel. Y'all, I've 2.5, almost 3 years been exploring the single life, right? For that's me. Why was I single for 3 years without dating? Is it because I couldn't date? Is it because I didn't have options? Nope. For men and women, I think a partner, a man as a woman, a man is one of the easiest things to get. As a man, a woman is one of the easiest things to get. But the right man, the right woman for you that aligns with your energy, your heart's desire, that's not going to be everywhere. And that's not going to be in everybody. And so you got to become more particular, raise those standards, raise the bar on who has access to you. And when you realize that high standards prevent low quality experiences, the game changes and you realize, yeah, the dating pool is very shallow because a lot of people are not wanting to go deep. A lot of people want to just stay in the little kiddie pool and talk about the same small talk and, you know, just jump right into that's a whole nother something. But yeah, for me, I like depth. Like if we can't go to the deep end, baby, what are we doing? If we can't go to the deep end, I'm good. I'll be over here by myself. I like to go deep. I like to ask questions. I like to understand. I want to know how aware you are of you because if you're not aware of yourself, there's no way you can show up for me and be aware of the things that I need. Just as if I'm not aware of myself, there will be no way that I can show up for you and be aware of the things that you need. But when you have knowledge of self, when you've taken the time to like learn you and work on you and intentionally show up for yourself in your life, your relationships are like forever transformed. So yeah, for me, that's the answer. I know that was a lot. Hopefully it came full circle. Let's see, what else did I miss? Let's see. It's all about how much you value yourself and the quality of life. Exactly. When you value yourself, y'all, let me get comfy. Let me hold on. Give me 1 second. Right here. Get nice and snug. Because I need to get like front and center for this. You said a word right there, Anton. Value, self worth, self awareness. When you are the version of yourself that you value highly, that you think highly of, that you care about deeply, that you put time, effort, and energy into, when you're that version of yourself, you're not just going to entertain just anybody. You're not just going to be doing anything. You're not just going to be anywhere, because the way you live your life is different than most people. A lot of people don't value themselves. A lot of people don't love themselves the way they want somebody else to love them. A lot of people don't show up for themselves the way they want other people to show up for them. A lot of people are not consistent with themselves and they want consistency from somebody else. A lot of people are not clear with themselves, but they want clarity from somebody else. A lot of people are not safe, don't feel safe within themselves, but they want somebody else to help them feel safe. Emotional safety, physical safety, financial safety, whatever it is. If you're going into dating and relating from a space, a mental space of lack, I don't have this, so I need to go and get, you're going to constantly be in this perpetual cycle. It is only when you pause, stop, and get absolutely clear about what it is that you desire and begin to embody that within yourself first before you can fully begin to attract it and appreciate it. Because sometimes you get what you want, but because you haven't practiced, because you haven't embodied those qualities, you fumble it. When they talk about fumbling the bag is not always money. Sometimes the bag is people that are irreplaceable. So, yeah. What's your take on people choosing to be in situationships rather than relationships? Behavior is a language. People who are okay with being in a situationship, lets you know those people are okay with existing in confusion. When you value clarity, you want to know you're not just along for the ride. You want to, where are we going? We got a plan, you got a map, like I'm gonna be I'm invested. I don't have my time is my most valuable energy. Like my energy is my most valuable currency, but my time, I can't get that back. And when you realize there's a difference between an investment and a sacrifice, when you sacrifice something, you're giving something up without the intention of getting anything back. When you invest, you're putting something out with the intention of getting a return on your investment. A lot of people don't invest in themselves. I'm just along for the ride. I just want to have fun. Let's just go and see where this goes and how it goes. No. Yes, when you're younger and you don't know any better, but a lot of grown people are dating like they were dating when they were in high school. A lot of grown people are relating like they were relating when they were adolescents. Baby, are we growing or not? Because a lot of people are grown until it comes time to communicate, apologize, take accountability, have a sense of direction. And I feel like those types of things will only intimidate people who aren't on that vibration. And I just don't have time for it or desire for it. And I let that be known really quick. Like yeah, I just don't. So situationships, I've been a part of a couple in my life. Never again to be so emotionally invested. And I think, I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think women are more likely to go along with situationships than men are. I think men most of the time set the pace and hold the standard for um relationships in a sense. But it's interesting because the men are the pursuers, the women are the choosers. It is of the man to offer something, present something to the woman to be worthy of being chosen. And we live in a world where it's like reverse. It's like the women are doing things to be chosen by the man. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. You don't ever see the flower uprooting itself to go to the bee. No. The bee is on the pursuit for the flower. It's in its nature. It is in its nature. So I think when we get back to what's natural, things will balance out. But you have a lot of people who are not in tune with their nature. Like right now, I'm working on a guidebook for women who are ready to awaken and reclaim their femininity. And in this guidebook, I share insightful wisdom, tips, and practices that help women to embody that which is their divine essence, which is feminine energy, softness, sweetness, surrender, openness, receptivity, nurturing, compassion, empathy. And that's not limited to man or woman. Men also need to adopt and balance their masculine and feminine energy. But for women, we exist in a society, in a world that is masculine dominated, working, planning, doing, destruction, war, um, all of these things, these are masculine. That's masculine energy. Going, doing, building, um, solar energy, that's masculine. Whereas feminine is being, receiving, lunar energy. It's softer, it's nurturing. And so when you have women who have been raised in a masculine society, we don't realize how it throws off our like energetic DNA, so to speak. So anyway, that just went, y'all getting me going deep. I'm enjoying the questions. I really am. And I appreciate you valuing my input. Um, one more I will add to that as far as why people choose situationships over relationships. Relationships are founded on one principle only, and that's the ability to relate. A relationship is not just romantic. Um, right now, my relationship to this mic is right. My relationship to this chair is relative to right. So, relating is an art that very few have mastered. To be able to relate to someone else, you must first be able to relate to yourself. And if you're not able to relate to yourself, it's going to be very hard and near impossible for you to relate to anybody else. If you don't ask yourself the deep questions, you can't ask somebody else the deep questions. If you don't create space for the deep feelings within yourself, you can't create space for the deep feelings within someone else. And I know we want to get with people who are perfect and all put together, and that's not the point. You want to be so well equipped within yourself that when you come into relationship with another, you're able to hold space for them in whatever evolution comes with their journey. And if you're not able to do that or willing to do that, perhaps you're not ready for a relationship. You're ready for a situationship. A lot of people want relationships to be easy, but people don't want to put in the work. So a lot of people have gotten lazy and complacent. They feel like stuff should just be like what they see on TV, which most of that is toxic and unhealthy and unrealistic. So yeah, that's my take on that. Hi, Gian Piero. Thank you. I'm glad you like my dress. I sure appreciate it. Black's the color today. True goddess, thank you for noticing. And you never come to visit a goddess without an offering, okay? Let me tell you a secret. Listen, one of the best ways to increase your blessings is to bless a woman. I'm gonna leave that. For the people it's meant for, it's gonna hit them. For the people it's not meant for, it's gonna go over their head, and that's okay, baby. Hi, Clarence. I am wonderful. My day is coming along smoothly. Thank you for asking. Oh, thanks so much. You're welcome. I'm glad y'all are enjoying the conversation. Happy Sunday to you, Bradley. Am I looking for a man? No, I'm not. I'm not looking for anything. I attract. I don't chase, I attract. I don't seek. I simply no. To simply answer that question, I'm not looking for. Um, yeah. Anton said, it's not all about money. Most people put the value of a dollar over themselves. And what that means to me is they don't really understand why they're here in the first place. Snap, snap, and a clap, clap, as one of my besties would say. Snap, snap, and a clap, clap. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. Let me read that one more time. Most people put the value of a dollar over themselves. And what that means to me is they don't really understand why they're here in the first place. When you realize that money is a construct and that it does not really exist, when you realize that time is a construct and it does not really exist, when you realize that the only thing that truly exists is your life that you have right here in this moment and what you choose to do with it, you move through life differently. And unfortunately, when you, look at those chills, y'all. When you have that type of mentality, you realize how many people really are caught up in the matrix. How many people really are caught up in the hustle and bustle. How many people are lost, stuck, misguided, hurting, and all of that is just based on experiences that we've had and what we've been through. But once you decide, the entire universe conspires in support of that decision. Whatever you decide. So whether you decide to go off the deep end or elevate your life, whether you decide to be the best version of yourself or just stop caring about your life altogether, whatever you decide, I feel like the universe supports it. The choice is yours. And life is really based off of the choices that we make. So when you choose to value money over the value of life, that lets you know, that reveals to you people's intentions. Right? Right. JRX Mafia says, help me out. First date choices. Women are hating the Cheesecake Factory. Where would you want a man to take you on the first date? Look at you trying to. First of all, I'm not like most women or other women, so I don't know if I can answer that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't feel like I can answer that. I don't. I've never been to the Cheesecake Factory. First of all, I'm plant-based and I have been for almost 10 years now. Actually, November of this year is gonna make 10 years. Wow. Um, but I'm not typical. I'm not average. I'm not your everyday. So I don't feel like I can relate to those types of things. Is it really about the place that someone takes you, or is it about like the intention of who they are and how they are? Cause I feel like before you take me on a date, there's some things I wanna know about you, like, and not know, like, get you to answer questions, but through experiencing you, cause that's gonna tell me a lot more. I don't wanna know who you present yourself to be. I wanna know who you are. A lot of times when you meet people, whether it's relationships, whether it's just in everyday life, you're meeting their representative. You're not meeting who they actually are. The representative is the person who, when you walk through the door of a building, that's the person behind the desk. Hello, welcome to such and such. How can I help you? This is who we are and this is what we do here. They have a script, right? They have certain job duties or responsibilities that they tend to every day. It's the same thing. I want to know what's going on behind the scene, right? So, yeah. I know I didn't really answer that question, but that's all I got for you on that one. For a flower like you, everything. I can be materialistic, but I know my worth first. Same. I think it's to realize your worth draws to you materialists, like materials. That's it. Your energy is your greatest currency. We are, as human beings, we're alchemists, y'all. We are magicians. Our very existence is magic. Truly, we can think things into existence. We can feel things into existence. We can sense things into existence. That's powerful. When you realize I'm the creator of my reality or the co creator of my reality, you start to take your life more seriously and you step into that responsibility. But a lot of people would rather, pass off the responsibility and make it feel like they don't have any choice in their life and everything's happening to them. And anyway, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Hello, James. I'm wonderful. Thank you. Oh, I'm looking luxurious. I sure appreciate that. You felt the chills too? You see, when I say that referring to money, they don't believe in the supreme being. Well, you're just having conversations with the wrong people. Love, that's all. You can't be a senior in high school talking to second graders and expect them to understand. And if you want them to understand, you're going to have to like water it down a whole lot to make it relatable. So it's up to you to decide what type of people you want in your circle, what type of energy you want to be surrounded by, what type of conversations you want to be having. Because Jim Ron says we become a sum of the people that we share the most time with. So if you look at the 3, 4 people that you share most of your time, your energy with, if you look around and you're not inspired by them in their lives, if you look around and they're not motivating you to be a better version of yourself just from them being the best version of themselves, if you look around and these people are complaining and negative and nagging and don't got nothing going on and woe is me and they're always talking about the same thing over, you need to elevate. That's it. Do you want to be the one that's setting the pace for your group, for your circle of friends, your people, your tribe? Do you want to be the ones where they're trying to run to keep up with you? Or do you want to be with the group of people who force you to keep up? I want to be with the people who force me to keep up. I don't want to be the fastest in the group because what do I get out of that? Maybe feel good and my pride and my ego, but I can't relate to y'all. I would rather go to the group of people who are doing a little bit more than what I'm doing because that's going to encourage me to step it up. I thought I was fast when I was hanging with the people who were slow. But now I'm over here with the people who are fast and I'm slow. Give me a little minute. Let me work on it. For real, for real. What does this say? I'm trying to stay tuned because y'all got the comments open today. I love it. So hypothetically, if a man wanted to impress you, maybe get you interested in him at all, what would he have to do or become? I don't have an answer for that. It's a cute question. It really is. And I appreciate the effort put into it, but I don't have an answer for that. Um, it would just have to be authentic. And I would have to be authentically interested, attracted, connected. I'm really big on energy. I'm a sapiosexual. I'm drawn to intelligence, and I'm a demisexual, which means I need to have a connection to you before I'm even like attracted to you in a way that's beyond that. So yeah. Hello. Hi. Is it Jofred? Sergio? Hello. Yeah. Y'all, it's been 44 minutes that I've been on this lot. I know at the beginning of this, I was like, I just came on real quick. When the sun goes down, I'm gonna be out. And 44 minutes later, survey says, for real. Let me turn this light on, guys. Hold on. I gotta like go through and close the blinds and stuff in the house because it's dark now and all the blinds and stuff are still open. That light made it so bright though, right? Hmm. All right. What you guys want to keep the light on or should I turn it back off? Let's see what else we saying here. I do understand what I cannot have because the desire. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, I understand that. Anton said, I do understand that what I cannot have. I do understand what I cannot have because the desire of what I want. Let me see. I understand what you're saying. That basically you might desire something, but what you desire might be a better fit for someone else. Or you may not simply be prepared for that. I do commend that. That is a very mature mindset. But I also want to encourage you to understand that what is for you, and what is for you will not pass you by. Now, whether you're able to sustain it and maintain it, that requires a level of preparation, as you've said. So you might get something and may not be prepared for it, and it just slips through your fingers. But even that is what you needed because it comes to show you in areas where you could be more prepared or more in tune and aligned with what you desire. So the next time it comes around, everything comes around, y'all. It's January 7th. How many January 7ths have you experienced in your life? Exactly. Everything comes full circle. Not just the dates, not just the time on the clock or the dates on the calendar. Everything comes full circle. Opportunities, experiences, it's really just our level of awareness and preparation. Oprah gave this beautiful definition of success, and she said it's when preparation and opportunity meet. Because you could have the opportunity for something and not be prepared for it. And you could be prepared for something and not have the opportunity for it. But only when both align can something truly succeed. And success might be 5 days, 6 months, a year, a few years, a few hours. Trust that it served its purpose and don't try to hold on to something that we shouldn't cling to anything. Nothing is ours to keep. Non-attachment is key. Not detachment, which is often like heartless and careless and I don't need anything or anybody. F all of this. No. But also not attachment. Like, no, I gotta have it because if I don't have it, then nothing's gonna go right. And I need it because I need to. No. Relaxed, calm, at ease. What is for me is for me. And it will not pass me by. Does that mean you might be alone sometimes? Yeah. Does that mean you might even be lonely sometimes? Yeah. But wouldn't you rather be alone and lonely than in places with people that don't deserve to be in your energy? I would. I'd rather be by myself, which is why for the past 3 years I've been living by myself because I don't got time to be dealing with anyway, I think you understand what I'm saying here. Jean Pierre said, "You are such a noble soul. I can see your kindness from how you take care of answering the comments of people." Yeah. Y'all are here. Like, y'all came to tune in and share time and space with me. Like, I am honored to reciprocate, to receive and reciprocate. Like, I'm big on fostering authentic and healthy relationships in all the ways romantic, platonic, professional, friends, family. Relationships are important. As humans, we are a communal species, and how we deal with other people, how we handle other people is very reflective of who we truly are. A lot of people only treat, I got a quote for you because I love quotes. You can tell a lot about someone in how they treat someone that can do nothing back for them, or you can tell a lot about a person by how they treat someone that cannot do anything in return for them. I got another quote for you. Someone who is kind to you and rude to the waiter is not a kind person. They're kind to you because they're trying to impress you, because they want something from you, because they feel like they can get something from you, or they can manipulate the situation. But if they're being rude to someone who's serving them, bringing them, doing for them, offering them, they're mean and rude to that person, what do you think that they really, how behavior is a whole language, y'all. Behavior is a whole language. Don't be out here getting fooled by what people are saying. I want you to pay attention to what they're showing. How do they show up in their own life in ways that don't have anything to do with you? How do they treat people in their life? How do they treat the strangers? How do they treat their friends? How do they treat their family? That's going to tell you everything you need to know. How do they treat their coworkers? If they're the boss, how do they treat their employees? If they're an employee, how do they treat their, just like really start to pay attention, y'all, and you'll see. You'll see. Because we don't really just see with these, which our eyes are the outermost part of our brain. So our eyes are made up of brain material. So when we see things, it's going in and it's being filtered through our perception, which is mental. But when you close these eyes and you focus on this, your intuition, your third eye, or even your heart, and you really feel what's being said, feel what's being shown, chills again, then your life changes, because you've lifted the veil. No one can try to tell you that it's something else that it's not. But intuition is a feminine quality. Logic is a masculine quality. We need to have both to be able to live a balanced, fulfilled, harmonious life. How am I doing? Oh my gosh. I was just thinking about pizza. I was talking about pizza to my mom last night, and I was thinking about pizza today. I need a good vegan pizza. Like, y'all, I am still in small town Mississippi, which I'm grateful to be visiting with my mom and my Zeus. I really am. But it's almost about that time, y'all, for me to be like, all right, all right, see you later. I need to get back to the sun. I need to get back to a warm climate. I need to get back to where there's vegan food in abundance. Don't get me wrong. I've been cooking. I just cooked today. Me and my mom been throwing down in the kitchen. Okay. You guys ever heard of shepherd's pie? Today I made a vegan version of that. Um, but yeah, a pizza would be so good. And yes, they have dairy-free cheese, and they have products that don't con- I know people hear vegan and they think it means that it tastes like cardboard. I just want to say that is not the truth. Okay. French fries are vegan. Okay. Um, Potatoes are vegan. Veggies are vegan. Fruit is vegan. Rice is vegan. Like all of these things are vegan, plant based. People feel like because you don't eat 4 or 5 animals that you don't have, what are you going to eat? Oh my God. It's like, y'all, I eat food. I eat what you eat for the most part. Just no animal products. No animal products or byproducts. That's it. That's it. But a vegan pizza will be amazing right now. Like, ooh, so good. I'm such a foodie, y'all. Hi, Amanda. Welcome. Hi, Daryl. Welcome. Anton said, you're definitely on point with what you're saying, Liv. Thank you. I appreciate you for receiving and for asking the questions and putting in your 2 cents and, just engaging with me. I appreciate that. Your time, our energy is our greatest asset. And so, in you choosing to be here presently with me, I don't take that lightly because you could be doing anything else with your time, your effort, your energy, and your attention. So thank you. Whatever we pay attention to, we're purchasing. So you shouldn't pay attention to anything that you don't want to like purchase, you don't want to subscribe to. Okay. These words that we use, pay attention, subscribe to my channel, follow me here. Like these words hold power, y'all. We're casting spells, whether we realize it or not. It's not about waving a wand. Your word is your wand. There's a who is it? Oh, her name is in my Florence Shovel something. Florence Shovel. Google it. Your word is your wand. I'm almost certain that that's who her name is. Florence Shovel something. We should do a book club. Each month, I should bring a book to you, or each week, and just let you know, hey, y'all, this is a book that I really like, that I really enjoy. These are some chapters that I like, and just start dropping those gems because a lot of us don't read anymore. Like we had to read in school, and then after school, we're like, but there's something so books become our mentors and they can help us to evolve and expand our mentality, which helps to evolve and expand our life. And when we evolve and expand our life, just think about how that ripples through the experiences, not just for us, but the people who are connected to us as well. And reading is one of the best ways to expand your reality, expand your mentality. There's a book that I have currently by, oh my goodness, Carnegie. Starts with a D. I can't think of his first name, but I remember his last name. It is how to make friends and influence people, or how to influence people and make friends. It was on my grandmother's bookshelf, and I picked it up and I looked at it and I was like, this is an interesting title. And I just started reading it, y'all. And it's like simple, practical tools and tips of how to gain influence. And influence is not a bad thing. We're always influencing, whether we realize it or not. Right. I want to hope to have a positive influence on whoever I cross paths with. And the best way for me to do that is to be aware and intentional of how I am moving throughout the world. My word choices, my actions, the decisions that I make, all of those things, you know? Yeah. Hi, Lenny. Welcome. Thank you so much. Daryl says, your energy is contagious. I would love to meet you in person. You seem like someone I would love to spoil. Thank you kindly. To be fair, tofu does taste like cardboard. Cardboard. Okay, pause. That was funny. But also, if you take a piece of meat out of the pack that you just bought and you don't season it, you don't cook it, you don't, and you just eat it, what's it taste like? Does it taste good? Does it taste yummy? It probably tastes like tofu, like most food, tastes like whatever you cook it, flavor it, season it, prepare it to be. If you just take something in its raw form and expect it to taste the best or be the best, baby, you need to expand your imagination. How about soak it in a soy sauce, teriyaki, barbecue? How about you grill it? How about you fry it? How about you saute it? How about you batter it? How about you cook it with something, in something, on something? How about you stuff it? How about you know what I mean? Get creative, get imaginative. I've been vegan for almost 10 years, y'all, and I've not run out of recipes yet. I'm still experiencing and trying things for the first time, and it still blows my mind. I like tofu, but I know how to cook. I know how to season things. If you don't know how to cook, even if you eating meat, it's gonna taste like, if you can't cook, just say that. And if you're eating from people who don't know how to cook, you know, go to the soul food. Go to where the people who got a little flavor and seasonings cooking, and then come back and talk to me about that. Okay. Okay. Who said that? Let me see. Uh, JRX Mafia. Where do you live? What state do you live in? Because I'm gonna send you to a vegan restaurant that I want you to try almost immediately. What I notice is your skin is always on point. in your vids, what's my skincare routine? No stress. I don't deal with drama. Um, I get a lot of sunlight. I'm plant based, so I eat fruits and veggies. I put coconut oil on my skin. I don't use lotion or like fragranced things. I do like I have like a perfume of oil that I rub, here. But on my skin for the past like 10 years, coconut oil, that's what I use. Get out the shower, coconut oil. That's my routine. That's it. I don't have like a I use this product, I use this product, I use this product, I use this one. That's it. Hi, German. Daryl says Dale. What you know about some Dale? Hi, from Greece. Oh, yo, I want to visit Greece. My birthday's coming up in March, and I really would love to take a trip. And I was looking into Greece, and I'm like, I would really love to make this happen. Santorini, but then some people are saying like it's not. How do they say it? Like they make it seem like it's more than it is. It does seem like a romantic getaway, but it would just be me going. Maybe me and my mom sharing my birthday together because my birthday is her birthday. Well, my birthday is her birthing day, you know? So the day that she gave birth to me is the day that she also became a mother. So it's her Mother's Day for her. Hi, Lyndon. Good night. Anton says, knowledge is gems. Amen. Yeah. I appreciate y'all. If you're still in here, drop me some hearts, please. Show me some love. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me feel it. Shower rain down on me. Um, oh my goodness, y'all. It's been 61 minutes. We've been here over an hour. This is like my second longest live ever. Hey Zeus. Zeus is coming to get me like, lady, you still in here on the phone? Hey. Hey, you cutie. Hi. What you doing? Oh, I missed the hearts. I see some of them now. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. You want to say hi? Want to say hi? Sweet baby. He's so sweet. I'm so glad I got to come and see about him and that he's doing better. I've been going to the vet like almost every other week to get him checked on. He's taking some medicines and stuff right now. He's got like this little skin thing going on. But other than that, the initial health concern that cut my Puerto Rico trip short, his initial health concern has been resolved, and I'm grateful for that. His blood levels were very low. He was bleeding from his mouth. He had some teeth stuff going on. They cleaned his teeth. They gave him some antibiotics and some other medicines. We took him back, and turns out like his teeth were contributing to his blood being low and not being well. So I'm grateful we were able to get that taken care of because health is wealth. Y'all, it don't matter how much money you have. If you do not have your health, what good is that? And then you could have zero money in your bank account and have all of your health, and you have, because you have health, you have the ability to make make money. You don't have to make money. Somebody's job is to make money. You just have to create avenues to receive it. I want people to learn that more because it's the truth. Y'all, I quit the last job I will ever work in October of 2014. I've not worked a job in 10 years. I've sustained myself. I've had businesses. I've done things for myself. In this past year, I've been moving more into the energy of just um, feeling like I don't have to do something in order to receive money. So I don't have to offer services. I don't have to teach yoga classes. I don't have to offer, guidance or life coaching. I can do those things and I deserve to be compensated for my energy. Don't get me wrong. But I can do that without even having to offer a service. I can do that through social media, YouTube, and etc. I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm leaning more into this year. But I say all that to say, if you stop focusing so much on the money and focus on the feeling that having the money would provide, or focus on what experiences the money would allow you to have, then you bypass money because money is just a tool. Money is a tool to help you get to where you want to be. Money is a tool to help you reach a certain level of comfort, but it is not the sole source. Okay. Your soul is the sole source. I hope that makes sense because I'm giggling, but I'm being very serious. Hi, baby. What is it? What? What is it? You ready to go pee pee? You ready to go pee pee? Oh, I'm being summoned, y'all. Zeus is like, can you take me outside, please? Speak. Speak. But speak. 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 He just sniffed and licked. Just sniffed and licked my mic. I thought he was gonna bark into it. But anyway, y'all. Um, that just kind of went. I feel like it needed to be shared. I don't know what encouraged me to say that, but I feel like it needed to be shared. We were created to do way more than just work, make money, and die. Like the people that we remember, the people that we talk about in history that we remember presently, we remember them because they did something with their life, because they utilized the gift of life that they had and they decided to maximize on it. We don't remember the people who just work and die. I'm sorry. We remember the people who affect and impact our lives positively. And sometimes we remember the people who affect and impact our lives negatively. But either way, what matters most is how you use your energy, your time. I live in the Bahamas and we mainly eat meat and fish. Like vegan options are kind of limited. Can you maybe give me some options that and what I could try? I mean, like I'm saying, vegan options. Okay, if you got rice, you got potatoes, you got veggies, like there's so many veggies. It's there in abundance. I get that you eat meat and fish because that's what you're used to. I grew up in Mississippi, so trust me, soul food in abundance. You know, every part, the pig, the cow, the chicken, the turkey, they eat it all. They eat all the parts of all of them. But when you realize that you can't eat death and expect to get life from it, and if your goal is to have more life, you need to eat more living foods. What foods can you eat around you that are living, that have been touched by the sun, the soil, the earth, the air, right? That's what you want to consume more of. I'm not telling you don't eat animals and don't eat it. It's not for me to express it. I can only express to you my journey. I've not, y'all, becoming plant based was one of the best decisions I ever made. The only way I could have made it a better decision was have done it sooner. That like I have no complaints. I became vegan in Mississippi where there's zero vegan restaurants or accessibility at all, but I can go to the grocery store and I can get whatever I need and make it. I still eat soul food. I can make vegan mac and cheese. I can make yams and sweet potatoes. I can make cornbread. I can make casseroles. I can fry things. I'm not restricted. I'm not limited. If anything, I have more options. So you just have to get creative. And if you know how to cook, that's part of it. Start cooking for yourself. Because when people cook food for you, whatever energy they're in, you're eating that food. So like when you go to fast food, think about you eat it and it goes just as fast. You're hungry again. Versus when you go to like a home cooked or home style restaurant and they cook you food, it sits with you for a while, right? You ever eaten food from someone who's in a bad attitude? Whether it's your mom, sibling, loved one, they're in a bad attitude and they just throwing your stuff together. You're gonna eat that, you're gonna be in a bad attitude. You eat something that people they love you or they're loving and they're taking their time and they're preparing it. You're gonna eat that, you're gonna start feeling loved. Food is energy. When we stop eating for our taste buds and start eating for our life, it changes. That doesn't mean you don't have snacks, you can't have sweet treats, and you can the human experience is about experiencing, but don't limit yourself. You're better than that. You really are. Lyndon is in Guyana. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. I appreciate the love. Jean Piero says your dog is so lucky. I'm the lucky one. I'm the lucky one. He's so sweet to me. Hi, baby. Hi. I'll let you guys see him. It is. Oh, well, I was gonna try to let you guys see him. Does it see? Can you see the people? Can they see you? Oh, sweet boy. Say hi. Say hi. Sweet. He's so sweet. He's so sweet. But yeah, I've been wanting to for a while create just like a digital ebook. Well, a digital ebook, a ebook with like 10 of my favorite plant-based recipes, simple things that people can cook and prepare for themselves. Like I have my own pancake recipe that I created that you can just make with flour, sugar, salt, baking soda, baking powder, vanilla, cinnamon. That's it. And then choose a dairy-free milk, almond milk, rice milk, cashew. I like rice milk because it doesn't taste like anything and it's not thick. It's just like it gets the job done. But there are basic things that you can create and make that don't require, like, you don't got to get the additives and the meat substitutes and the tofu. You can just use what you probably already have in your pantry. Anton said that's all money is. Like you said, it's a tool you use to get what you need or want. Amen. Amen. That part. Dardo, hello. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. My feet are veggies. My feet? What? What do you mean? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Hi, Lee. Thank you. I appreciate all the love, y'all. I really do. I really do. So it's been about now an hour and 12 minutes that you've had me here. And I think I'm a bit parched. A bit parched. I need a sip of water. I need a beverage, uh, a liquid refreshment, if you will. And I haven't eaten today. I've been like real, just like battery reserve mode. So I'm grateful I got to come on here and share some time and energy with y'all. Thank you for being here, whether you're catching it live or on replay. I appreciate your time, your energy. Thank you for sharing it with me. Um, yeah, I'm gonna flow into the rest of this day, the rest of this night. It's 5:44, y'all, and it's pitch black. Like I can barely see the trees outside. And that's crazy. But anywho, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this time. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to talk and share and just be present in this way. And that I can connect with people all over the world. That's amazing to me. Like we're connected from all over just from being where we are presently. Isn't that we live in the future, y'all? We really do. 2024, doesn't that sound futuristic? Like we should have flying cars and stuff. 2024. 2050 is only 25 years away. 26 years away. But that's still crazy. 2050. Dang, so that means let me not get too in deep in that, y'all. Because I was about to say that means 2100 is only like 70 something years away. That's crazy. 76 years away. All right. So I feel like I've shared enough. I've answered questions. Um, I don't really, my social battery is like, ooh, so I need to go recharge. I need to reset. I need to, you know, get me something to drink, unwind, and let my doggy out because he needs to tinkle. He's small, his bladder is small. But anyway, before I go, I will leave you with this as I always do. Make sure I'm not all right, showing y'all any. Okay. Your mentality, whip you a little closer. Your mentality becomes your reality. Thoughts become things. As you think, so you become. As above, so below. Whatever's going on in your head, every cell in your body is picking up on it, is attuned to it, is responding to it, is interacting with it. As above, so below. As within, so without. Your inner world is always shaping your outer world. So if there's a change that you want to see, that is the change that you need to be. Okay? Change starts from the inside. We can get inspiration from the outside, but it's fully up to us. Okay? The choice is yours. You are the creator of your reality. The pen is in your hands, the paintbrush is in your hands. Create a masterpiece. Okay? Likewise, Mr. Bahamas. I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your day. And until next time, peace and love. Toodles.